Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have our first sponsor of the channel. Big shout out to Extreme Online Sports, EOS. They were gracious enough to send over a carbon fiber front lip for the G82 and 4. Alright, so there's no instructions in the box, so we're gonna come figure it out together and hopefully we can install it on the car with no major incidents. Okay, so first thing first, we have to make sure we clean off the car, the front of the bumper, where we're gonna install the new lip on. What we'll need, paper towels and rubbing alcohol. That should be enough to clean off the car because we are gonna be applying adhesives to parts where we're not screwing it in. You can even see places I scraped the front of the bumper on, which is sad. But it's okay, because today we're gonna cover it up, and you know what they say, ignorance is bliss. If I don't see it, it didn't happen. But before we get started, this is the 3-piece carbon fiber front lip laid out in front of the car. You'll see it comes with 2 carbon fiber front splitters, and these look really good just by themselves. So if you don't want the front lip, or if your car's lower and you want to scrape it, you could just get the side splitters, which they sell separately on their website. But yeah, front lip, beautiful carbon fiber, glossed. You even see their logo on here. Bring it over right there. Looks awesome. Pretty much, from my understanding, we just got to put some double-sided adhesive on here, as well as using the pre-existing screw holes that's on the car already. So luckily, we don't need to, at least the hope is we don't need to screw or drill more into the car, which is always nice. Right, so with that being said, I guess we could get started. I really should probably test fit this before I make a video, but once I make it, I really don't want to take it apart again to make the video again. So you're figuring it out as I'm figuring it out. And I remember watching some Keys videos where he was removing this, and I think he had removed the whole bumper for this. I'm not exactly too sure, but regardless, looks like we don't need to remove it because this seems to just overlay the existing front splitter. And we're just using tape on the top and screws on the bottom, the existing clips and screws. So yeah, looks like it's an overlay. Perfect. Makes my life easier. Just make sure we have enough tape at these contact points so it fills in the small gaps perfectly. All right, so now we apply some tape and I'll show you guys afterwards. So, all right, I just finished applying the 3M adhesive to the splitter. You see, from my understanding, we should apply it pretty much as close to the edge as possible, especially the visible part. So right here would be like the top part to, I guess, to prevent like a big gap from showing. Line the edges, and these 2 holes would be the 2 screws that we removed earlier. I put all the trim pieces, the clips back, because it looks like we can sit on top of the clips fine. So yeah, probably I would recommend you be like a little bit meticulous around it, because you know, you don't want it to be any massive gaps, anything showing. All right, so I'll go ahead and install it on. So after you install the 2 screws back in on the bottom, just make sure you spend some time, apply some even pressure along it, especially the edges where you put tape on, to make sure you promote the adhesion. Just apply even pressure. I'm like, wow, that's already looking nice. And with that done, we just got to repeat the same thing on the other side. with the two front splitters installed. Looks pretty nice. But as nice as it looks, we just gotta install the front lip port now. But I gotta say, looks like fangs in a way. Like fangs down there. It's pretty sick. Alright, so before I install the lip, I just want to show you guys how I taped it up. Pretty much went along the front edge. These parts loop back around. I left the center part alone because that's where the screws are going to be. It's going to help hold it in. Also the sides too. This side and this side, because that's how it's going to attach to the sides of this front splitter. So yeah, I'm gonna go and install it now, and I'll show you guys the end result after it's done. Alright, this is what it looks like with the front lip attached. Looks nice and clean. Doesn't poke out too much, so you don't need to worry about scraping all too much. It only really extends from the bumper about 1.5 inches, so not too low, especially for those of you who lower your cars. Fits perfectly. You do have to, before you attach it, I recommend you loosen this one screw so it can line up perfectly before you tighten up both of these pieces, for them to line up and match up. But all in all, do look very nice. It definitely gives the front end a little bit more oomph, you know, but like nothing too exaggerated, because I don't want my car to look too race carty. I want it to look as like kind of OEM plus in a way. I think that's the new trend for a lot of people who will build their own street cars. You don't want it to look too much like a track car, because then it just looks kind of childish, like a little bit like a toy to me. I don't know, loses a lot of its elegance. But yeah, this is the end of the install. Let me know what you guys think about the lip. And once again, big shout out to EOS for sponsoring this video and the channel with their products. It looks amazing in my opinion, but that's up for you. It's up for you to decide whether or not you will like it, or you want something more exaggerated, or maybe like another style. Yeah, let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.